Hello and welcome back, everybody. My name is Lucas. This is Lucas G Variety, and I'm back with a couple of the guys tonight to play the Band of Blades actual play. This is the Band of Blades, the Immortals, and of course, we are looking at, I guess, episode number 17 in this campaign. Get ahead of the competition. Yes, it's all relevant. I've been making head jokes for the next day or so, and we are back to play this. And today is, of course, going to be March the 17th, 2022. It is a Thursday, and back with user and Dom. As we've rolled up our missions last time, we're going back into the mission phase where the Blades, the Legion, are trying to keep the undead away from something that they want. So, make sure I got all my notes to look at everything. Marshall, I'll turn it over to you pretty quick. So last time we went through the mission phase. They're up high in the mountains. Actually, I may as well switch over to that map right now. The whole of the world is burning, of course. I kind of make marks here. The troop movements, our Immortals are up in this little quadrant here. They went up the long way because the commander knew that there's artifacts and goodies to find along the way. So you risk the long, cold, wintry pass through the mountains for hoping to get some goodies to mechanically help your score at the end, but also to use while in combat. And you are up at the Gallows Pass. Meanwhile, Blighter has troops around your area, but she's moved east. And Render has come out of nowhere from the south. And they've upgraded their powers. Blighter come with a new miasma fog. And Render actually added 3 ticks to the commander's despair and everybody else's. 3 ticks to the summer clock. So summer hits. Summer actually is flying by before you come out of the mountains. And Render has come with a forced march from the south strong. So both of these broken are going to be meeting. They're going to be waiting for the Immortals to come down into Talgon Forest when they come out of the mountain. It's going to be rough. It's going to be intense. They're going to be pinching from the sides. It's going to crunch the time a little bit, make it a little bit like, ooh, what? So that's what we're catching up from last time. But while you're here, there's still missions. There were 3 missions last time. They can only do 2, so one's an auto-fail. The Mercy, Arun Peskshi, came with an entourage and said, I'm going to go cleanse a temple. I think the Shade, a creature that's kind of become a thing in this campaign, is desecrating all these temples to these gods and growing stronger. And she's only a mere mercy, but she wanted the Legion's help to purify it. They said, unfortunately, we cannot. So her and a couple others, 3 others from this entourage, just regular folk, have set off to go alone without the Legion's help. Our secondary mission, a ticket one way, is a religious escort, where the rest of that entourage is making a hike up to another temple, led by a man named Makit Menabar, a Barton, a noble religious man. And they are going to this temple, and they want to make a pilgrimage, and they want the Legion to escort them there, just the one direction, hence the name of the mission. And they are willing to pay well with some blueprints for some transmutation, which the quartermaster was like, yes, please. It's going to help us. So that is the secondary mission, which we will roll after this mission, right? Led by Officer Joster and the Ember Wolves, who got in trouble last time.
No, the Grinning Ravens.
Oh, that's right. It was the Grinning. I keep doing that. Okay, yes. Ember Wolves are just fine. I think they were the ones that really wanted a mission, right? And didn't they lose somebody the last time in a secondary? I think they were hurting, and then
they lost 2. They lost 2 different people on their first mission. After they were the ones holding down camp for, the first, I think, 14 episodes.
And then they lost 2, and it was a freak accident because it was in the mountains. It wasn't because of the undead. So I think you threw a couple extra banditos, or you regrouped them into kind of a mixed group. So we'll see how well they do under Officer Joster, who has been known to keep people in line. So I feel like it's going to go well.
You can't go wrong.
That's right. I can't. And then we have our primary mission, the Trail Where the Lost Walk. Let me open my book back up. Of course, I'm not there. Coming back to this available special missions here. The High Road. I'm going to go back a little bit here. Sorry about that. Gallows Pass. Undead have been spotted scaling a cluster of giant statues, making their way towards the buried head of the largest. Ambush them and find out what they seek. That's what it said in the book. So, there's something they want, and they brought a sizable force. And that's our primary mission, led by Sniper Adorna, and seconded by the heavy Belig. So we got a sniper and a heavy. And then the Green Ravens, who are throwing explosives off the cliff. Well, they're going to go get some action. A real chance to use these explosives, right? Have I covered everything? I didn't mean to take the martial spotlight there. I just was trying to kind of introduce everything.
Get it done quick.
Well, I'm not exactly quick, but before we move on and do the load and engagement roll, I'll turn over to the marshal. I wanted to add in that the commander had 2 intel questions to use. One because of Spy Master Foxwell. And, let me go over here. And one just because he had it. So the one was, tell us something about a lieutenant we faced. Now, lieutenants are just under the broken themselves. They're extremely powerful. You've only actually faced one. It doesn't mean you'll face them this mission. It doesn't even mean you'll face a lieutenant. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. But the only one you've come across was Black Rotting Gale, which was once a Panyar. This turned into more of a miasma machine. That's where you found the banner and you threw the flagpole into its chest. I think Yax did that on the way out. It's also the same mission that you lost your medic to that lieutenant. So you sent out some intel, Foxwell. Your spies, your little birds, come back to tell you that they've been gathering more information on Lieutenant Black Rotting Gale, once a Panyar, now an undead monstrosity. And if you come across this creature again, and recap it for the guys later, 2 weak points. It's got a lot of tubes. It's got a big tank on its back and a lot of tubes, kind of like, think of Bane from Batman series, It's got a lot of tubes and things that hype it up, pump poison through its veins. If you damage those tanks and tubes, that'll definitely slow it down. And also, because there's a lot of machinery attached to it, an extremely high voltage of electricity would most definitely do bad to it. So I'm sharing that now. It's in the books. We don't have to worry about it right now, unless you come across it here. You don't know.
Now, like, just the setting. Like, people don't harness electricity, right? There's not like batteries and stuff. Right? We're still like, I think like in the
We've come out of the
black powder age, right?
It's black powder. It's Renaissance. What's in the Renaissance? It's actually eking into the Industrial Age. So like
steam engines.
Yeah, like so there could be. It's a little bit.
It's still mechanical power. That's not electrical.
Yeah, okay, but I thought of 2 things. Maybe I'm wrong here, but the country of Ore would probably have a little something like that. It's just nothing you're going to find out here. My job is just to find some weaknesses, and maybe we can find another. But damaging its machinery that's on it, cutting its tubes or destroying the machinery would slow it down because that's where it's getting its power. But you're right. You're not going to find electricity, and I didn't think it would be easy. I'm just going to say, hey, unless you're chosen can call down lightning, you don't know. Have you asked her? No one asked her.
I'm kind of scared.
Yeah, exactly. And then the second question that was asked was, what is a useful item to bring on this mission? And it's high up in the mountains. It's about these statues that have been carved into the face of mountains. So climbing gear and explosives would probably be 2 things good to have. So, with that said, we're going to go over to Belig, Adorna, and the Green and Ravens. There we go. To know what their load's going to be and what characters are being played by these guys. And I'll bump them out here.
So we're each taking a specialist and a rookie, right?
You're allowed to if you want. Yeah, if you want to have a little more full say.
So I'll say, Charles, you have been beating up those heavies lately with Nucket.
Yes.
Do you want to play a spunky sniper?
Sure. I'll be the spunky sniper.
So you can be Adorna, and I'll take Belig.
She is.
Now,
okay.
She has.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Now, if we want to take rookies too, these guys are all like green as green as the summer forest. But there is, I think it'd be interesting to play Steve Soaring Eagle and Petrovovich, because way back, I think this might have even been before you, Steve stole Petrov's like family heirloom pocket knife and got caught in the process. And there was a big debacle about that cost Steve one of his fingers. So there's already some pre-established dynamic there that I think could possibly be interesting. I know these guys also were the ones throwing grenades off the side of the mountain too, so we have that established as well.
They're just troublemakers, is what they are.
Yeah, they are. They're worse than the bandits.
Yeah. Come on, these bandits are outclassing you guys. Are you kidding me? Do you really want this on your record? This is
Bad news bears.
Oh my goodness.
The Legion.
I forgot about the pocket knife thing, but yeah, that was, I think the marshal's judgment was to, or it was the commander's, I don't remember, but it was to take a finger from this dude. Yeah, you guys choose, if you want to play a rookie, you don't have to. I'm just giving you the option. If so, just make that choice, and you're going to fill out their gear. Adorna, she's tough and kind of quiet. And there's notes. That's why we put notes on here when people switch character sheets. And I think this is probably per Jeff. Her rifle is named Judgment. Hates being the one in charge. Oh, okay. Well, perfect. And she's in charge. So guess what there, user?
Oh, God.
You are in...
Surely Bellig would be the one in charge, being the corporal. I mean...
It's more of an honorary title.
But, well, yeah.
So
a recon
honorary
mission.
that my boy Nugget, after saving the day, never got an honorary title.
He's been promoted twice. What do you mean, no honorary title?
Yes, well, you know. What's the difference between a lieutenant and a specialist? A specialist's been promoted twice.
Exactly.
I think Jonah, when he played Belly, because that was his character, I think he wanted to give him a rank, but the specialists don't really outrank each other. They fall just under the marshal and all the command staff, really. So what you guys will do now is, at least especially for your specialist, pick your load and we'll go over it, and then we'll get to the engagement roll. I will play the quartermaster, as far as doling out stuff you take with you at this time.
Which sheet were you using, Dom? For the rookie?
I am taking Steve, and you can be Petrovovich.
I will be Petrovovich.
I kind of mailed this squad's names in.
How do I do the gear and things for it all, or is it already done?
It's not. Which one are you looking at? Petrovovich. You just pick light, normal, or heavy. If you normal, it gets all the normal and the light. Heavy gets all of everything.
Yeah.
And you always get to choose two below. Don't forget that one must be winter clothing, or you're going to be suffering some level 1 frostbite. And we'll go from there, and you guys can talk about. Okay, so. Oh, excuse me. I'm trying to think of something I can rattle off while these guys are doing it. There's no one here. Unlike the last mining city you're in, there's like I said, you see a stray pilgrim here, a few undead there. There's large creatures that live up in the mountains, but with your band size, that keeps them away. A lot of fire, a lot of noise, and a lot of people seem to keep the big creatures away. Yeah, it's just otherwise quiet up in the mountains. Adorna, have you picked your load? Or Steve?
Steve has. Steve is normal.
Normal winter.
I'm doing the snipers now.
Oh yeah, you were. I was thinking. Yeah, okay. So Steve is going normal with winter clothing and climbing gear, climbing kit. Always good. What about Bellig?
Bellig's going heavy.
Of course. Yeah, he should.
Naturally.
What is this? I don't remember what his fine heavy weapon is. What is it this time?
Bellig's fine heavy weapon, I think, is just a big hammer, like a two-handed maul. It's like not even metal. I think it's like a big, just like chunk of marble on a stick.
Marble. Ouch. Okay.
What is Crimson Shot?
Ooh,
That's the good stuff.
that's okay. Can you take? Is it an option to take?
Yeah.
It does extreme amount. It's like a one shot, right? It does an extreme amount of damage to an undead, like an extreme amount. But I believe it automatically causes a trauma because it takes apart. I think it takes some of your own blood to use it.
Right. Okay.
I can look it up.
Fortunately, it would seem that it hasn't been used as of yet. So.
Do you want me?
Yeah.
Do you want me to look it up and tell you exactly?
If you don't mind.
I can. Give me just a second. Of course, it's not in the back of the book, so I have to look it up by. Nope, Quartermaster's probably gonna have it. Come on, give it to me. X gonna give it to you.
If it's as bad as you say it is, then we may just take Black Shot and take an additional 3 Black Shot.
Well, that's also a good idea.
Which sounds like the optimal strategy.
It gives you it does that, extra level of damage to the undead.
Yeah.
Gear. Alright. Gear 74 to 75. That's what I'm looking for. Back further than I thought it was.
So Adorna's like the sword, and Bellig will be the shield. Bellig is the tankiest dude possible. Like, wow, is he tanky? He can take a licking and keep on ticking.
I will take your word for it. That's Adorno again. Bellig. What does Bellig have?
I'm unfortunately not finding it right away.
Yeah.
If you wanna, I will find it though somewhere because it's in there. I'll look it up online. So
You really do be the guy, the man, the myth, the legend, Chicken Dipper.
Are you talking about me?
No, Bellig.
You hit the nail on the head. You do take a trauma using it. I googled it.
Okay, you found it.
Yeah. I don't see where it lists what it does. It's basically like a supercharged devil's bargain, right?
Maybe.
It feels like a MacGuffin, right? You point and you shoot and you pull the trigger.
Yeah. Firing it is a threat 4 attack.
There you go.
Yeah.
Threat 4, you take a trauma. But if you hit, and you want to make sure that you do hit, you could severely hurt a broken, like really hurt a broken probably. But you could probably you could probably come close to taking out a lieutenant, and anything infamous down is probably dead meat.
Alright.
There we go. Let me get back to your... So, Petrovich. Normal load. Lots of ammo. Winter clothing. Medic kit. Good on him. Bellig. We got him with a fine heavy weapon. Winter clothing. Oil. Right? Adorna.
Yeah.
She's going light load. Lots of black shot. Lots of ammo. Extra black shot. And winter clothing.
Black Shot and Black Shot.
Okay. Alright. That's it. I think we're good, right? Let's get ready for that engagement roll. And then, let's see what Quartermaster will be. Alright, Dom, you are... I think you are...
Clear for takeoff.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's get these questions answered. All on the mission are oath sworn to the Legion. They are.
Yes.
Did the commander spend intel to give us foresight and info? I think he did.
That's...
No questions? Or is that different?
That's when he actually just spends the intel straight up.
Oh.
No questions
okay.
asked, just like, here's extra intel. Yeah. He hasn't been able to do that for a while.
So, none of that. Is everyone on the mission a specialist or soldier? Nope. So no +1. Does any legionnaire distrust leadership or not fear them enough to obey orders on the battlefield? I wouldn't say so. We've had our tumbles, but we're nothing too bad. The Ravens, I think, are the closest ones to being passing that threshold. However, you agree, Lucas?
Yeah.
Okay, but okay. Are the required specialists or equipment not on the mission? They are. We have the sniper on a recon, so we're good. Now, back to recon missions. Did the quartermaster spend horses to equip the mission? We have a lot of horses, don't we?
I will look. I think so. Horses, you have 4 uses.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think he would, but what's your guys' vote?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to untick the one box.
Horse soldiers.
All right,
So
he's going to give you.
So my question is, how do sort of unplayed recruits work then? Because I'm looking at it, and right at the bottom, not a rookie anymore. Gain 1 special ability, 1 rank of grit. You must take this as your first playbook advance.
Mm-hmm.
So would that mean that since the recruit hasn't been played yet, they get a special ability from the thing already, and then they have to promote?
Yeah, you get You get one special ability to start out with, which is every inch. It's already checked off there, right? You see it?
Yeah. That's what I was asking. I was just clarifying because I ticked that already, but I wanted to make sure that I wasn't, doing anything untoward. But
nope.
Yeah.
Yep. You get one special ability. You got to pick which one. And sometimes you take that stuff with you, sometimes you don't, but you always have to take the advanced soldier when you level up.
When you level up. Okay. Cool.
Which is good. You guys got a few soldiers now.
We get 3 pips, yeah, to assign when you created someone.
I think there's 3 filled in, and then you get 4 to distribute.
Oh,
okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you should have 7, which is Steve Soaring Eagle does. Is he Panyard?
What are the things that are required for a medic?
Oh. Medic has...
Just because I know that we're trying to get a medic and we don't have one already, and obviously you did offer to, allow us to sort of get one with no XP, but would also be nice to have one on the back burner that is being made through actual character things, and obviously we might as well start with one of them.
Yeah, absolutely would. The soldier, the rookie, sniper, the scout officer. Why can't I find the medic ever? Or anything really that I'm looking for. I wish I knew my book better. I didn't start putting those little sticky notes. All right, so they have the most. They have to have. Well, they put 1 in doctor, but that's that special one at the very top. So
yeah.
You'd have to have 2 in research, a maneuver, a consort, and discipline. So you have.
Is that 2 as in 1 before the black line, then 2 afterwards, or is that 2 including the first pip before the black line?
Yes, 2 total.
Okay, so black line and then 1.
Yes.
Okay, and I have 4 pips to allocate, right?
Correct. So you already have consort and maneuver. You would just want to make sure you do 2 research and a discipline, and you're already on your way.
There you go. 2 research and a discipline. This man's is to become a medic, okay? All right. We're bookmarking him. He's going to be a medic at some point.
Drop that in his notes.
Plan. Yeah. I put these horrifying by the fact you had to cut a guy's finger off. He's trying to make himself a medic for the Legion.
He goes, well, I can just cut limbs off for a living. And if I make it out of here, maybe I'll be a doctor,
Well, no. The thing is, right, so yeah, the guy stole his thing, but, maybe just sort of flog him. Look, the man's lost a finger, so, it's terrible that these things happen and we don't have any medical people. I'm going to step forward, I'm going to do this for the Legion. Mm-hmm. So on and so forth. 2, 3, 1 more.
All right, and then it's engaged. Oh, shoot. What was the last scout question?
Is anybody on the mission starting with a heavy load? So I think I'm gonna drop Belling down to normal.
So that you don't... Is that -1 die if you do?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that keeps you, I think, right at 1 dice.
Yeah. No, that gives me 2 die. The first one and then the horses, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot about the horses. Yes. 2 dice is pretty good in this game. Like Blades in the Dark, you can get a lot of dice. But this game, like, it makes you really work for you just to get... The 2 dice is a lot. Oh, a 6.
I told you. I didn't even need that second die.
No.
I just do it to flex.
No. Okay. All right. So, well, there's no alerts on the clocks. All right. So, let's get dangerous. According to Darkwing Duck. What? Did you just reference an old Disney cartoon from your childhood? Yes, I did. A spinoff from DuckTales? Yes, it is. Another great childhood cartoon. Thank you. Okay, the trail where the lost walk, our primary mission. High in the mountains, as the Green Ravens, led by Adorna and Bellig, take off on horses, as much as the quartermaster gritted his teeth and was like, all right, if I've already lost a couple horses, you better bring them back. More north in the mountains than where you are. So you're on these crazy trails. A lot of bridges are out, a lot of snow. Just a lot of... It's not easy to move through the mountains, right? It's already going to cost you extra time to get out of the mountains. And now, this important thing is happening. The undead are up here with you. They want something. There are lots of old statues that have been crumbled and fallen down. Some that are still carved, like, out of the mountainside that are still standing, like where you're going now. You find this old mountain pass, and you take it up, and you see that the snow has been beaten down here by many dozens of feet. Some that drag, and some that step, and some that are smaller than others. Some are bigger. And off this old mountain pass, you branch off yet another smaller pass that narrows down to sometimes no more than like 10 feet, sometimes 5 feet. And then it broadens back out, and it finally comes out to about 30 feet. As you come across where you're looking for, over to your right, the path widens about 30 feet. Over to your right, a sheer drop off, thousands of feet to your grisly death. To your left, as you finally get there, you look up, and the mountainside goes up like a sheet, like an iron wall, and you can see that there have been several statues carved out of this. And I kind of think of like Mount Rushmore, where they are about a third of the body has been carved out of the mountain, but the rest of it's in the mountain, so they're not standalone. They actually stick out of the mountain, right? Mm-hmm. And there's a few old statues here and there, but you can see your target. It's the biggest. It's probably 100 feet tall. Come back to that. Yep. Lost my... Sorry. You see, this statue. It's built right out of the mountainside. It's probably about 100 feet tall. And it looks like it's worn and chipped. It's hard to recognize, but it's a full person from head to toe. You can't tell if they're supposed to be male or female, but they're dressed in flowing robes. The right arm is at ease, holding a sword, and the sword tip comes down and touches the ground. And the left arm is held straight out like this. So it's really easy to see this thing because this arm comes right out of the mountain, right? And it's probably like 60, 70 feet. It's probably like 50 feet out there, right? And on the hand of this, there's this flame. It's not a real flame, but it's part of the statue. It's like a flame that the statue is holding in its hand.
I guess if we don't stop this, heads will roll.
Let the head jokes commence. What you can see at the base of the statue is a huge encampment. And there's humans, living humans, and undead alike. There's a lot of rotters, several crows, which are the ones that wear the plague masks and don't speak. They're very silent with the black robes, the bird plague masks, and a lot of humans, a lot of rotters, your standard zombie. And you see that the scaffolding has been built up the statue, back and forth, the scaffolding all the way up. And right now it's at the neck. And what they're trying to do is get to the head, because the head of the statue, the mouth is open like this. And the mouth and the eyes are hollow and go into the statue like it's a room or a temple. But glowing, you have a glowing from the eyes and the mouth is this bright, bright purple color that's non-ceasing. And it looks like that's what they're trying to get to. So the humans and the rotters work side by side, putting the scaffolding up, chiseling away old stuff, trying to reach the mouth to go inside. So you guys get to spy all this without being caught or having any alert clocks go up. But there are a couple of clocks that could go off, of course. And you can just see from the time that these zombies and these people are working non-stop, day and night. The path that you're on, if you continue much further, comes to a dead end, dropping off into that 2,000 foot drop. So it dead ends up here. No place to go but back down. Now there's different approaches you can make, but I'll see if you guys can come up with them.
So we're like a safe distance away. Don't have to really worry about anything quite yet.
Yeah, you're kind of coming up to the pass where everything is. Yeah. But there's some trees, some scraggly trees, little copses up to your left, kind of on the mountainside that you can kind of tie your horses up to and kind of like spy, get out your spyglass and kind of look everything up and down safely from a distance. But you're not so far away that they couldn't be on you real soon if you were spotted. So
I think just like looking up at I don't think Beleg's ever seen the dead this organized, like to be building things like, wow, that's probably more than he's ever seen. And so we'll take a moment to kind of take it all in. What do you think is up there that is so important?
Probably a reliquary, some sort of holy thing.
Isn't that bad for undead?
Maybe. Or they know it's bad, that's why there's the humans that are helping. The humans go in, they destroy it, we then can't get it. Or it could be nothing. They could just be into carpentry.
Well, fearless leader, what do you think we do?
Oh god, no, don't give me the fearless leader shit.
We could bring the scaffolding down, but then we can't get up. But they can't get up either. It slows them down, at very least.
What would Josta do? Stares intently at the camera.
Probably yell at people.
We shall do as the officer would do. You stupid man! You go do the thing, yes! I missed her! I do good job, very nice! I can't do his accent. I do it for him. It always devolves into Eastern European.
I love it. You should make a character with that accent, please.
Very nice.
Nice Borat.
Try.
This is my wife.
Should we try go up or should we try bring down? Two viable
You are
strategies.
good with the big bonk, yes?
I have been known to break things, yes?
Then we shall do as they do.
But you have been known to climb things, yes?
Yeah. That's what we shall do. It's charge. I shall cover you lads. I don't know why I'm gone male British, but I shall cover you, and you shall Lead our dominant charge, Corporal.
Aren't we outnumbered like hundreds to one?
Then it's an even fight.
I was gonna say, if you want me to bring in a little intel for you, there's probably like 50 or 60 humans, but they're the kind of beaten down. Their spirit and will has been broken. They just work for the undead. But the Rotters is a full squadron, so there's at least 40. And then you got the Crows, which there's probably like 5 Crows, and they usually are the ones that command the undead. So you got like 5 Crows, 40 Rotters, what you can tell. So yeah, you can tell you can go up through them,
And die.
or climb higher and come down. But I will give you this: if you're looking at the statue, to the right, there was an old pathway that came across the mountain face that would lead over to the mouth, because it's definitely like a temple. So like there's a path that was carved in from a mountain that you come up these steps, go across the front of it, and then go right in the mouth. But it's broken, so there's probably like a good 10-15 foot gap where this pathway is broken. But if you could somehow swing across, or use that, you could get closer. So there's about 3 approaches here.
Or why would they build 100-foot scaffolding when they could build 15-foot bridge? It's best not to question these.
They are
Well-
rotters. Their brains are clearly rotted.
The path up there is probably narrow and hard to get supplies, and you have clumsy. Maybe, I don't know, but they are building up this way because it's solid.
What we need is distraction. And I'll look towards the horses.
I think the quartermaster would quite like to get the horses back at some point.
I think he would like to get us back. And also what is up there.
I would in fact argue that the horses are worth far more than the squad of rookies are. But
Well,
I see your meaning, and sort of slaps the horse's ass, sending them gallivanting off into the
Not yet.
distance.
Not yet.
Well, it's a good thing that you're not commanding here then.
Yeah, you're right.
I command here.
So what are we
You're the
doing?
one that recommended that I took this. I was quite happy for you to lead this. And you were like, oh no, you've had experience with heavies in the past. Why don't you play the leader? I was like, oh yeah, sure, I'll do that. This is what happened. You put me in charge. We go with the heaviest option.
What if we put dummies on horses so then they think they're us? They won't just chase horses, I don't think.
No, they might not. However, we could get the horses to hit the scaffolding, right? Wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey stuff, right? And then they'll be like, aha, horses, blonk. While that's happening, we get in the mouth.
I think you're missing a step or two.
So Leo steps forward. One of the other rookies is like, if we strapped explosives to him and sent him towards the scaffolding, cause even bigger explosion, maybe bring the scaffolding down.
Yes, that was my plan the entire time. Did you
I
not
like
hear me say that,
explosive.
rookie?
I mean, there is the risk though with possibly causing an avalanche with that type of explosion.
This is a devil's bargain.
It's also a flashback to have someone bring explosives, which you could do. I think if you had one of the other rookies could have had explosives.
One of the flashback, the other rookie had explosive for this exact thing. He was whipped up into a frenzy getting out, and he forgot to put away the big box of explosives that they were throwing off cliffs, and just happened to have one, or just happened to have it with him at the time.
The explosives cost 2. Oh. I was going to pick Leo to have the explosives, but that means he doesn't have any winter gear. Maybe there's
What if I bring wrecking kit?
that could Yeah.
Could I flash back and take wrecking kit? Is on my sheet.
Yes. Do you switch that out for something else, or?
I'll switch it for my oil.
Yeah.
Is there like a roll with flashbacks, or is that
It's
just
usually
you cheesing?
it's like a 0, 1, or 2 stress flashback depending on how that was. But since they recommended explosives, I would say I'm going to cause that as a 0 stress flashback. We look back and Bellig is like picking the oil up. And
Well, I grabbed nitroglycerin instead.
yeah, you're like, oh, get the
My
right kit.
mistake.
And Leo just looks at you at that point because you're in the quartermaster's tent or whatever. He's like, that could be good. And then here we are back to the present. And Leo suggested it, but he's looking at Bellig the whole time like, explosives?
Yes. Now put explosives on the horse. I am Russian woman. I am Russian babia.
I like that.
Babushka.
I'll,
Put explosives on horse, and then we go and we go boom,
Well,
like my son does. Petriov, what a lovely boy he is. He comes see his papa every fortnight. But he did now. Very sad. He cry. And then he kiss. Would any of you lovely rookie boys like a cookie?
Okay. Probably all of them.
I give cookie.
So what are you doing this then? Are you sending a suicide
Yes.
horses?
I think
That seems like the optimal strategy.
Bellig is like unloading the saddlebags, loading them up with explosives. There's like a comically long fuse. He's going to like run out the back, and he'll feed all the horses like their last like carrot, right?
Oh, that makes me
Give
sad.
them some
One of these horses. Don't name them. Don't name them.
Ugh.
I shall name you glue. I shall name you lasagna. I shall name you.
That's not so bad.
I'll name you
Meat.
Splat.
Meat
I
paste.
shall name you Tesco.
Crater.
So
And you, I shall name Mess.
someone's gonna have to. Is your purpose only distraction or to bring the scaffolding down?
Little
bit of A,
bit
little
of
bit of
column A, little column B.
All right. So you're gonna need at least one person to set that off, whoever that is, and how are the rest of you approaching during that time?
Well, we have rope, right?
I think you could.
Would be. Well, you know
Steve
what?
has
you
a
know
climbing kit.
Oh yes. There you go.
Not even that. What we do is right. What's his face? My man's. What is it?
Petra.
What's the squad again? Petrovich
Yep.
has a tent and camping gear, right? The tent obviously comes with ropes. So what he does, he gets them all together, he pushes them together. It's like we learned this in Zemetri Boy Scout camp. He throws the tent over it and goes to try and tie the horses together so they all stay in like a pack, and then like stitching their tails together with the explosive sort of interwoven
Oh,
with
gosh.
sort of all of the horse tails. That big long line that goes along the bottom, sort of bundled up. He then sort of says, "Are we ready?"
Well, that's what I'm asking. Someone's got to light the fuse. Maybe that person can light it and then join the rest. I guess you let me know. But what's the group doing while this distraction is happening? What's your approach to the
I think-
statue?
Probably going to go up the side, yeah.
Yeah, let them get in position and like give a signal, right? Bellig, I think, should be the one who stays behind and lights the fuse, and then he'll catch up.
That sounds
And the rest
like
of
a good plan, as any.
are the rest of you coming down from the top or from the side? Just to be clear.
From the side, the one that has the actual pathway going up.
All right, you'll just have to figure out how to cross that little gap when you get there. All right. So yeah, most of the crows, the humans, and the rotters are in the camp below or on the scaffolding. That's pretty much where everything is. So there's a good chance you could do a lot of damage here. Bellig is staying behind. So Bellig's doing the roll, I feel like, right? Is this a wreck roll?
I'd say wreck or maybe a rig.
I'll take wreck.
Or rig. Yep.
Maneuver. So you're trying to maneuver the horses.
I'll take wreck, unless I can marshal the horses.
Mm.
No, I'll wreck. I'm not gonna marshal a horse. Let's not be silly.
Well, we have to be silly sometimes. Okay, so you're gonna rig it so it's done correctly.
Wreck it.
Or okay, sorry, wreck it. I'm gonna wreck it.
I'm gonna wreck it. Wreck it, whatever his name is.
Wreck it, Ralph.
Want me to...
I think it's obviously gonna be risky.
Okay.
And you got a lot of explosives here. It's you're sacrificing all your horses. You're doing all of this. It's probably going to be limited because it's going to take a precise shot to hit the raft. The distraction part will work undoubtedly, but if you're trying to damage the scaffolding to where it's unusable or might even come down, I think that's limited. I think it's going to take a little more to knock it down. So it's going to be risky limited to start with. I will award you a second die for rolling because everybody worked together to put this up. So I think that was a valiant team effort. So I'm going to give you an extra die for rolling just to start with. And then from there, you can change position or effect or devil's bargain how you see fit. One devil's bargain is the alert clock is going to go, it's gonna fill instead of just going 2, which means you'll eventually, you guys might get a head start, but eventually you're gonna be seen.
I think we're up to 3 devils, 3 dice. I think we're good to not do the devil's bargain. Yeah. After we know that he always gets good rolls. Does our Dom?
Well, you got wreck.
I'm hoping for 3 6s.
Well, you got wreck, which is 1, right? And I'm giving you a second one.
Yeah. So I've got 2 die.
You could push, but it would sort of detract from the whole idea of making a distraction.
Yet. I would.
No.
I'm interested in trading position for effect, but I'm trying to think how I justify that.
Well, you might have to, if it makes it desperate standard, you might have to actually light it and like kind of ride the horses or even get dragged behind them and actually kind of marshal them or steer them to the precise spot, which is going to leave you out in the open and more exposed.
Of like putting a brick on the accelerator and bailing out at the last second.
I mean, if that would then make it martial, which I assume would be your better skill,
yeah,
then I'd go for that.
Well, that might change the position and effect to start, because that's why you have to tell me what roll you're making first, and from there I decide.
Well, okay? So if I went the martial, I don't know. It just doesn't sit right with me, you know.
Well, it is still steering the horses. I would say. I might actually even go that. I might say, just like if you took a devil's bar or a position for effect, we might just say if it's martial starting out, then it's going to be desperate standard. So it's going to come out to the same thing, but you'll have an extra die. So you'd actually have 3 dice, making it desperate and standard under the martial.
If you're going to twist my arm, man, yeah, I'll take it.
I think it makes sense. I'm trying to do it legitimately and not just say, hey, here's extra dice. But, I mean, you will be exposed. I mean, if you get anything less than a 6, it's going to be a little dangerous. And then Devil's Bargain as well. Another one would be the statue gets damaged as well a little bit.
Don't need the Devil's Bargain anymore.
All right, then. And then
3 dice. This is a crit.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
You could also take the Devil's Bargain. 4 dice.
Nope, don't need it.
Doesn't.
No.
He says no.
He says no. 1, 1, 1.
So desperate with 1 bonus die.
Desperate standard with 1 bonus die. Yeah. Let's see this. Let's see it. Oh.
Sorry, I didn't crit. Oh, my bad.
How dare you?
All right, so Beleg, they're going to be distracted. It's going to be such chaos that Beleg's not going to immediately be seen. He'll probably be steering the horses out. They're kind of riding on their back because there's like, 6 or 7 horses like all across like this.
Yeah.
Kind of ride on
I'm
it.
riding the lead one. I think I like tie the reins in a way that the horse can't take the bit left or right. So it's just like it can only go forward.
And at the last moment, you push yourself off the back and kind of tumble and roll, and maybe even into a small shrub that's there. So you kind of like, from the moment not seen, and the horses are, nay, the fuse is going, and they just run down several rotters and several people, you know, that are working. Even a crow that like tries to jump out of the way. They're trying to see, like, because they move so fast. And then the horses get right near the bottom of the statue and the scaffolding, and bits of horse flesh and human and rotter, wood and metal, and just everything. Blood, ass, and guts are everywhere. And it just, and it rocks the scaffolding. And just the bottom part of it, like in the middle area, collapses. And then some of the stuff, like not all the scaffolding completely collapses, but everything, the whole thing rocks and shakes, and bits and pieces collapse and fall, rendering it, at least for like the next first 20-25 feet, unclimbable. So who's ever up there is up there. Who's ever down here is down here. Everything that's there is just blown up and falls as everything just crumbles, and it's just huge. Some of the humans are like, ah, and they're woken up a little bit as they dive out of the way, the ones that weren't killed, and the riders are just like, huh? And the crows are just like pointing, trying to find out what's going on, and there's mass confusion.
Oh, Christ.
Meanwhile, Adorna and the Green Ravens have made their way up. They had to go past the dead end, past the encampment, up the one side where they find this small foot trail. It's only like 2 or 3 feet wide at some spots. Real, like the stairs used to be carved precisely at 90-degree angles, but they've so worn, they're so slippery. You can see why they didn't use this to get to the head. It just would be really inconvenient, really difficult. But you make it, you become even with the head of the statue you come across, and you have a good 15-foot gap. Unless you're going to climb the wall up and over, you got quite a hard jump or a rigged bridge to make real fast. But down below, you don't know where Bellig is. You can't see. But you can see that there's chaos. And the rotters, the crow that's up top, near the scaffolding's almost finished. They're like looking down. And the crow just starts looking at the rotters and points like some has hand signals or sign language. And the ones that are up there begin to try to take the equipment that they do have and begin finishing the scaffolding so they can get to the mouth, which they're very close to. What do you do, Adorna and the Green Ravens? And Bellig, of course, if you want to do something when you're down there, you know, you let me know. But
I'll come back around.
Yep.
Right. I think the best thing to do would probably try and rig a makeshift bridge. We'll do that in a group action, you know, sort of pulling everyone together, trying to sort of bring. I mean, just trying to get it to the best it can be. Not, you know, it's not going to be the best, but just it's going to be as good as it can be. She's, you know, being quiet and tough, but being the Russian grandma. It's like, come now, my children, gather around, quickly pull down the trees. We're going to make a little bridge. It'll be a little game. We go over, we get the trees. I've gone Scandinavian. She's Scandinavian now.
Okay.
It would seem.
Is this?
Gets the trees.
Are you gonna put a couple small trees down like this, something you can actually walk across, or something?
Yes.
Okay. So maybe like 2 or 3, like trees like this big that you're cutting down to throw across, bundled to make like a real narrow footbridge.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, group action is probably a good way to go here. Dom will roll for the rookies, which is going to be a single die, and yours is a single die. I feel like this is going to be risky. And so you're trying to do it quickly, right, and make about a 15-foot gap. So I think it's going to be... I feel like it's going to be limited in that it's going to take... It's not so much... I think it's going to take a little more time because you're going to... If you want to make this safe, you got to make it solid. If you're rushing, it can make it more dangerous.
Would Steve's climbing gear be able to come in handy and affect us at all?
If you're going to use it or check it off, right, as an item to use, I would allow a bonus die here.
Bonus die for everyone, or bonus die just for the rookies?
How does that work? I think it's going to be the rookies because he is for the rookies.
I'd say the rookies, yeah.
Okay.
Now you can trade.
I think he's probably just like tying the logs together to make it safer, right?
Yep.
I would have argued that what you're doing is using the rope from the climbing gear, you're tacking it along the top. So like when we eventually sort of push it over, it's sort of hooked to one end and hooked to the other end. And then as they slowly go across, they're attached to the climbing gear. So should they fall, they just fall and can pull themselves back up, as opposed to using all the rope to tie it together.
Yeah, I dig that. Like the pittons are through the far side.
Like
so
the
when
pittons are through the far side, yeah.
And when it falls down, it like embeds itself into the dirt so they won't roll.
Yeah,
Ooh,
exactly.
That's nice. I like that.
So instead of having people start to sort of fall off and die, has that sort of thing. But as a result, obviously, because you have to go one by one, it may take a bit longer.
Alrighty, I like it. So we're doing a group action rig roll, risky, limited, but with a bonus die. So the limited part, like I said, is going to basically get your work about halfway done, but you're still not going to be able to get across and fully done without. Basically, you might get the bridge down, but it takes more time, and you're still gonna have to give me something else to get across, right? Unless you want to trade position for effect. Or take a, do something.
Would there be a way? I mean, what sort of devil's bargains would you give us to sort of, I don't know, make it a bit more secure?
Well, that would give you a bonus dice to use.
Particularly for an increase in effect.
Okay, 1 second. Effect. Action selection potency. Do you have any more items you can use? Oh, wait. I would say, actually that works better. The item you use, the camping gear, instead of a bonus dice, that would give you effect. I'm sorry, let's do it that way. So, no extra dice for the rookie, but you're going to get risky standard for using the climbing gear to nail it all together and the pittons and all that. Okay?
Right. And then the camping gear for what?
That's what I meant. The camping gear.
Right.
So instead of a bonus dice for the rookie, they'll go back to 1. But instead, that'll increase your effect from limited to standard.
Standard.
You just got to get that 4 to 5 at least.
Okay.
And then from there, we can do pushing, assist rolls, devil's bargains, things like that.
Right. I mean,
devil's bargain here would be alert clock ticks twice. Scaffolding completion clock ticks twice. That's 2.
I'd say the scaffolding completion clock would be the better one, because the scaffolding is already slightly damaged already. It's already had the bottom blown out. So, in the time that it takes for us to sort of make the bushels better and more secure, they've repaired the damage that was blown up.
Well, yeah, it's not the damage below; it's the ones that are stuck on top. Have taken their supplies and they're trying to rush to get, because they're, like I said, the scaffolding's to about the neck, and they're just got to go up to about here, so about another 10 feet to have access. They just got to get a little further and they'll start getting up there. So it's a 4-tick clock. It'll tick halfway. They'll be rushing to try to, like I said, finish the job.
What do you think, Dom? What's your stance on this?
I'll always take effect. Dice will sort themselves out.
God, you know the game better than I do, man. So
I don't. It's not the game. It's luck. Luck is a lady.
It's luck.
And I know
yes.
her well.
I'm sure. So, like, how would we get more effect then?
Didn't you offer that with the climbing gear? Or
Did
I
you
miss
offer
it?
that with the climbing gear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're already
Well, just yeah.
you're already risky standard, but you each got just a dice to roll. So
Yeah.
I'm just giving you ideas for extra dice. If you don't want to,
I'll what I'll do is I'll push for the extra dice. I'll take the stress for the extra dice.
then all right. So 2 stress.
2 stress.
So Dorna takes 2 stress to make sure that do this, do that,
5.
secure it there. You're just kind of like pushing these guys to get it done fast but efficiently. You want quality
Fast,
and quality.
but efficiency.
So 2 stress.
Yes.
You got 2 dice.
2 stress.
The rookie's got 1. You guys are both making a rig at risky.
Standard.
Risky standard. Yep. So you got a success with a consequence.
And a 5.
Okay.
Is there a stress with that? Or no, I didn't fail, so there's no stress.
No one failed, so there's no stress. That would be for Adorna anyway to take the stress for any failure. So it's going to come down. It's going to go. It's going to be successful. It's a little louder than you want, but the undead below don't seem to notice because they're too busy working. As you can shoot across, the consequence here is, unfortunately, one of the rookies is going to die. Now, I'm not going to tell you how to keep it dramatic, but you just got to know that one is. Now, you can resist that, Adorna, by, what's rig under?
Insight.
Insight.
Or,
By doing an insight resistance check, if you want to.
I think you're good at that, right?
Sure.
Her insight is 3 pips out of 4.
My insight is 3.
That's up to you.
You know what? Let's do it.
Wait.
I'm waiting. I am
Adorna
waiting.
is Zemyati, which means she is loyal, and she gets +1 die in group actions. She gets 1 more die.
Oh, you're right.
That is true. I didn't see that.
So why don't you
Roll
just
that D6.
why don't you just make a just redo
thing,
it.
yeah.
Just do a rig roll with a single die, risky standard, yeah. Oh. Oh, there it is. Oh my god.
I'm glad you're reading this sheet because I sure as shit didn't see that.
Luck is a lady.
You guys are
Luck
being
is a lady.
about flawless right now. Wow. So it comes down. Everyone attaches fine. And the bridge is good. You guys begin to cross. I should make you do a maneuver check, but I'm not going to be too cruel. It's going to get across. I can't make any ticks. I can't make any moves against you guys because you've rolled. Well, we've only had 2 rolls, right? And they've both been 6s. This is how the Legion.
Would you be pretty good?
This is how that's how you're supposed to do it. I'm sitting here like, I really want to do this thing, but I can't because that would.
Let's be real, 3 rolls because I hit a 6 on that engagement roll too. So don't.
That's true.
Don't undersell me.
I'm sorry, Marshall Dom. Marshall Dua. Yeah, great work. Okay, so the little makeshift tree goes down, and you guys begin to make your way across. About another 10 to 15 feet along this passageway is going to bring you to the mouth of the statue. And you can just see now, let's see what time of day it is. What time of day would you have wanted to approach this?
Dusk. Always dusk. It's dramatic.
Oh, dusk.
Okay, so
Last bits of orange. Yeah.
So the scaffolding had a lot of torches up around it because maybe the undead can see in the dark, but the humans cannot. So like the campsite had a lot of that. So it's probably why they can't even see Belagat well because it's getting darker. So that means that this purple light, it's indigo light, that's just blazing from the eyes and the mouth. Yeah, it's indigo. It's always going to be indigo. It seems brighter with the dusk as Adorna and the Green Ravens make their way around to the entrance, and they can go in, or we can go back to Beleg and see what's going on down there. What do you guys want?
Elig is just beelining for the path to try and catch up.
Okay. I think now there is some confusion, but I believe there's some risk here.
Of course.
So I feel like it sounds like a maneuver check, but you can tell me, but he's going to have to do something to get away scot-free or not to be noticed without bringing
I think maneuver is more than fair.
And I think it's risky because you can get caught, but I'm gonna say standard because there's so much confusion. You might even be able to pass in amongst the confused humans real quick and get by them because there are humans here, so you might not be recognized right away. So I would.
I'm in full plate,
Yeah,
carrying a 7-foot maul.
I know you are. That's with. Well, you're a normal, aren't you? Oh yeah, but
I'm still full plate.
that's true. That is
Just not my,
That's true.
the heirloom.
Well, that's part of the risk of getting caught. That's why I think it's risky standard. You might blend in for a second to get by him because it is dusk and there's confusion, but they might be like, hey, he doesn't look like us. Masters, hey.
What of us?
He looks like he's been eating.
Yeah, he has a smile on his face. What is that? Happiness? Full stomach?
Risky standard.
Risky standard.
Let the die be cast.
Oh, oh, Billig. Billig.
No, Belig.
Uh-oh.
Fine.
We should have bought Nugget. Nugget would have known what to do.
Duckett is a maneuverer. He is.
Nugget is a maneuverer.
Yeah.
He is a mover and a groover. Is our Nugget.
Okay. So I think because it's dark and it's hard to see and you weren't with the group, you run up past the camp up where the dead end is, but and you're spotted at the last minute doing so. So the consequence here is you're going to be in a worse position, and you've been spotted. So it's 2 consequences. You can resist one or both at separate rolls.
You said I'm spotted and I hit a dead end.
Yeah, you hit the dead end. Like, you don't see the pass that goes up right away, so you have to look for it. You're going to have to take time to find it because it's dark. You miss it. You have to turn around, and they're coming after you. Now, you can resist one or both of those. So, one's a worse position because you're kind of trapped.
Yeah.
And the other one is they're coming after you.
I think, I'm going to resist the getting like not finding the way up. I think with the flavor of like I miss it like off to the left a little bit, and it's like a 15-foot ledge that I would have to like scale to get up, but it's never stopped the Bellic before.
Okay, so they see you and they're coming after you, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to put 2 on the alert clock. They know you're there. They don't know everybody's there. But you're going to do a resistance for missing the path, so you're still going to find it. Mm-hmm. Which you did, what was that, maneuver? So it'd be a prowess?
Yep.
All right.
That wasn't desperate, that was risky, right?
Yes,
okay.
Risky, yes.
So just straight up prowess resist.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. I'll take that 1 stress.
1 stress. Not bad. Yeah, it's a little bit to exert yourself to get up to that ledge and really climb, especially when you... Oh, go ahead.
If you will.
Yeah.
There's like a barrel on its side in front of me, and I'll grab like a plank, throw it over the barrel, jump on one side, and then like hit the other with my mallet, and just like launch myself up.
Okay. This is just... And like you just feel like the wind is a crow who's on your foot, and they're just fast as lightning, and they're silent, right? They make no noise ever. Walking, speaking, nothing. And you just feel like this long, like 3-foot knife that just right where your feet were as you leave the ground. And it looks up at you, and it's got some riders on its heels, and they're looking at how to best try to find you as you get up into that, find the path, and start to climb. And it's getting dark now.
Yeah.
All right.
Is it too dark to give him a vulgar gesture before I continue?
No, it's never too dark for that. You bite.
I gesture vulgarly.
Do you bite? Do you bite your thumb at them?
I bite my thumb.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. That's what it is, Lucas. Right. All right. All right. So you make it up. It's going to be a minute before he rejoins the scene. But you do have some hot pursuit coming after you. I need to make a fortune roll. It's like, where do I go to make a fortune roll? I'm gonna do blighters. What threat are they? They're a threat 6, right?
What?
She's not there. I just need or is she? It might be that important.
You were there, Dom, when we fought Blighter.
It's just kind of jarring hearing 6 when Crimson when our like nuke is a 4.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
She is in fact 6. When Nugget and the old man went in and started hitting her with big sticks and kept rolling 6s instead of dying.
I know. All right. Here we go. Adorna and the Green Ravens turn inside and come to the chamber, which is the hollowed out head of this statue. Probably is, I don't know. And I'm sorry, there, user, you have to convert it yourself into meters, but we still don't believe in the metric system here. Apparently, it's probably about 40 feet in diameter. It's pretty rounded.
What's that in meters?
Oh, about 11.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm gonna go to Dom. Lucas, quit being a jerk. I don't know it. Anyways, here we go.
12 meters.
Oh wow, you were close. So it's about 12 meters in diameter.
Quick maths.
This whole, you can tell that this was once or is a temple. There's some old, tattered banners hanging around to a lost, forgotten either god or civilization or empire, maybe the original empire. And it's well cobbled on the floor, very cobblestony, otherwise very smooth and well cared for. Distracted me. Wait a minute, where was that? Oh, 11. I was like, what does it sound like? Roll 20. Quit it. I can't.
I'm typing in the wrong chat. I'm sorry.
You are. I can't focus. I'm trying to figure out what this place looks like. But anyway, it's rounded, cobblestoned. The walls are still pretty smooth. The only exits are the mouth and the eyes, but the whole place glows of this bright indigo. The very center of the room, is a small pedestal, and it's carved in the relief of a person. So it's a statue of a person from about the waist up. And the arms of the statue, so it's basically like it's like it's sunk into the ground right up to its waist. The arms of the statue go like this. It's hard to demonstrate it on the camera. Right? Like this. Is that even? Is that even, guys? Okay. And what sits there, the source of this light, is a single bright purple indigo flame. It's fire. It just sits there and it floats between the hands above the head, attached to nothing, like it's floating in midair. That's it. Oh wait, that's So, however, on the opposite end of the room, oh, that's where it's like, I know there's typing going on somewhere. It's like, where is that? Okay, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Dom. You the man. I'll even aid that along. Shut up, Lucas. All right, so a statue of a person. It looks like the person on the outside. There's a purple flame just floating right here, attached to nothing. And on the other side of the room, sitting poised in like a gunslinger position, is a crow. But it ain't a crow like you've seen a crow.
Oh god.
Oh, it's the red hand dude. Is it the red hand dude?
Oh, the doctor? No.
Okay, that's not. Then it can't be that bad.
That doctor's one of the infamous. This crow doesn't have a plague crow mask on. It has goggles and bandages. So you can't see its face. It's got a long, brimmed, like Western hat, trench coat with the cuffs pulled up, long flowing trench coat. And it sits there and it's got this wicked looking rifle at ease in front of it. As the sniper walks in, you're looking at what you know is a crow that snipes. And silent as the dead, on the other side of the room, looking through the flames, just waiting for you guys as you walk in.
It would seem we are to have a duel then, lads. We are dueling. Adorna, being the lovely Russian / Scandinavian grandma that she is, goes to blow the fucker's head off.
Alrighty. You can see, that's one of the things, as the trench coat like kind of parts a little bit, it takes one, there's a giant like brass key that sticks out of its chest. And that's when you notice a lot of clockwork mechanisms on its chest, its shoulders, its arms, and around its body. And it just cranks the key several times. It's silent except for, I can't make the sound, but it's just a cranking brass key. Click, click, click. And then you just hear the of like ticking clockwork all throughout its body. The noisiest crow you've ever heard. So yeah, it just sits there otherwise motionless, except for the one right hand turning the key. And then you go to, I assume, to shoot it.
To shoot it. That would be a assessment, yes. I'm going to use the black shot, because you would, wouldn't you, for something so big and scary.
I would say that's a good idea. Let me open my book up here. Are you leading a group action, or is it just you?
He said duel. You did say duel.
He did say duel, but...
You know, it is a duel. I would do a group action. You know what? I'm going to do a group action, purely because I get an additional dice. I'm blowing the fucker's head off. So, why not? YOLO.
So you're having the rookies all know, even though when you say duel, you actually mean all of us shoot and put holes.
I mean...
Make them like the Swiss cheese.
Exactly. We could try and be honourable, or we could just kill the fucker outright. And you know what? I think that's the better choice.
And then later the story is that the sniper took them all by herself. Obviously.
Of course. She'll pay them off with cookies and head pats, being the Russian grandma that she is now.
All right, Steve, you roll one dice for the rookies. And Adorna, you rolling, obviously your full shoot. It should be desperate. I'm starting this off as risky standard. Let me actually see what kind of clock this is.
Would there be any way to make the position high? The effect higher?
1 second here. Yeah, he's
Position for effect.
Position for effect.
Plus, desperate actions give you XP.
Desperate actions do give us XP. Could I trade position for effect?
So you want to make it desperate great?
Desperate great.
And then for you, using black shot will make it even one tick higher. You don't have to mark that tick. So you would roll, everybody would roll, well, it doesn't really matter what Dom's rolling, but it would be a desperate great, and you're using black shot to make it one tick higher, right?
One tick higher. I also gain an additional dice for
group
it being a group action.
So you're rolling 4 dice. At
4 dice.
At desperate great. And then
you're not going to get much help from me. I'm just saying.
No. I just need you for the moral support, really. Is there any devil's bargains that you can give us?
The alert clock fills because the gunfire is going off, so the undead know that the Legion's up here.
That sounds like a plan.
Is a devil's bargain automatic?
Yes.
Okay.
Devil's bargain happens no matter what.
They already
Anything
know.
else?
The scaffolding completion clock would fill. So one of the two would fill.
Right. I mean, they know we're here anyway, right? They've
Yeah.
seen him. They know he's running up.
We
They're
blew
going
up
to
a
come
bomb.
for us eventually. Yeah, like they know someone's here. So yeah, we'll let the alert clock fill for the bonus dice.
So you're gonna be shooting. You're gonna be going with 5 dice.
For 5 dice. I'm hoping for 2 6s.
Oh, sound waves surprises us.
The man, the myth, the legend. I love it.
1 second. You know, this is actually a super intense moment. So while you guys catch him up, I'll reposition the overlay. How about we do that?
Okay.
Can we do that?
Yeah. Let me catch you back up. So these
Hi,
undead,
buddy.
they're climbing up these like Mount Rushmore, trying to get to the mouth of one of these statues because there's this mysterious indigo light emanating from it. They're building scaffolding up. We took our horses, we filled their saddlebags with nitroglycerin and basically put a brick on the accelerator and ran it into the scaffolding to create a distraction. While Bellig did that while the rest of the party is going up the side of the on like a little like goat trail that's like worn out. There's like a 15-foot gap in it. We built a little like bridge and threw that down and got across. Now there's some like clockwork crow sniper up here waiting for us in the cave, which is turning into combat for Adorna and the rest of the party. Adorna is about to roll like 6 die and just obliterate this thing and end it, and we'll keep going from there. But that's the spark notes. Bellig is behind, but he did like a wicked pole vault kind of thing to get back up onto the goat trail, and so he's got a little bit of a lead. But Trouble's coming.
Trouble is definitely coming.
I didn't think.
We'll
Of
just get
crows.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There's crows and rotters, and then there's also like a significant amount of human slaves, captives, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, Blighter keeps humans that work for her.
He needs alchemists and all that jazz.
She brought them.
No,
go ahead.
no sign of any infamous. No sign of any. No sign of blighter.
Well, this thing you're facing is either an infamous or it's actually possibly a lieutenant.
No sign of anything, any danger.
Oh yeah, everything's peachy keen, jelly bean. All right.
You can choose from. We have 3 rookies for you to choose from.
Go ahead.
In the Grinning Ravens.
From the Grinning Ravens, Petrov and Steve are both taken. So you can take Dame, Meldra, Leo. I don't think any of them are statted out yet. So
Leo.
I only briefly NPC'd Leo. I felt that he was interested in explosives. He was kind of he wants to be a demolition man. But that's just my feeling I got. It doesn't have to be set in stone.
I'm gonna go run to the bathroom quick.
All right.
I'll go with the name.
You got the Dame. Dame
Out
Lewis.
of curiosity, what does suppression do?
Was what?
So, sharpshooter, unleash a barrage of rapid fire to suppress the enemy.
It basically keeps him from doing anything. So like if I would do damage to you, instead he's been suppressed and can't really do anything. Just he's being pinned down behind a rock or whatever.
Right.
Sound waves you'll have to take for one of your load. You have to at least take a winter clothing, or else
Yeah,
you'll be
because
taking.
it's cold up here.
Yep. Other than that, also and only normal gear or less, because that's how they got an extra die by not having heavy gear.
Running heavy.
Yep. So
Okay.
that's what we got. So yep, normal and yep.
Right.
So we won't roll till Dom is back, but you have a shoot at 3.
No.
You get +1 for group action and a +1 for Devil's Bargain, which means the alert clock is filled. And you changed it to Desperate Great, which is 3 ticks if you hit him, 4 technically because of the black shot.
Black shot, yeah.
And then you got the rookies. Dom was rolling for the rookies, but now. Since Soundwaves is here, he can roll independently for his if he wants to join the group action. The only problem with that's better chance of success, but also more chance of causing stress to the sniper. So You guys decide if you want the Dame to also roll independently of the rest of the rookies.
Would I also roll for the other rookie that I'm playing?
No. You usually only have one person roll for the entire group of rookies. So technically, you probably should only have one rookie group roll, but Dom's playing one and Soundwave is playing one, so I need one of them to roll for the group and one to roll for themselves if they wish, but they don't have to.
Okay. Pog.
Dame suddenly has a little more life to her than she did just a moment ago.
I think Dame should lead the group action. Steve's missing a finger. It makes pulling triggers hard.
Well, she gets to have 7 pips, right? As he's statting her out. Do you want to...
I'm just picking the military build for her because that makes the easiest sense. Just for the points.
Are we ready, lads? Are we ready for the jelly?
So you want Dame to roll for the rookies?
Yes, sure. If they had the better shoot roll.
Well, I believe when you roll for the rookies as the group, you only roll 1 dice for them. So that means, Dom, you can just roll a fortune roll of 1 die. Dame can roll her 2 shoot, and Adorna can roll her 5. All at desperate, great. And then I'm ready to see them when you guys are. I'm gonna get me a drink of water.
I'm good. I'm going to give her gotta make it out alive where she can take an additional trauma before she falls.
Can I just drop a D6?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-oh. That's 1 stress for the sniper. What's she at? Oh.
Alright.
It's going to get real hairy real quick here. It's been flawless up to this point, though.
So,
Soundwave.
Since I'm running the group, I'm rolling desperate, great, but I don't actually count as rolling a desperate, right? Because I'm not getting the punishment for that. How's that work? I don't remember that one. I'm talking about like for XP purposes, because I don't think I get XP for joining, do I?
If you were rolling as an independent person, then yes. So you are not necessarily part of the group action right now, since you just took over this character. You can either be part of the group action and get the XP, or you can not be shooting, not do anything right now.
I would be part of the group then, because... So.
Okay, so but yeah, you get the XP. Dom does not because he's just rolling for the group.
Okay.
Yeah. But,
so that was great or extreme?
Great. But you can still, if you're a separate roller, right?
Yep.
So if you roll bad things can happen to you too, independent of user's roll. Oh, but she's gonna go ahead and. So this is 2 separate rolls. Technically, Dom is rolling as a part of Adorna's roll, which we're trying to resolve. But okay, all right. So Dame throws 3 down. Let me make a clock. I haven't been making the clocks visible for everybody. I'm gonna make this one.
Shit! Right. I also forgot to add the additional dice. So I'm gonna 1 more dice. 5. There you go. Because I have the 3 from shoot, the 1 from the devil's bow, and I forgot to add the second one for
leading a group action.
Group action, yeah. But it does seem to make a much difference. Partial success.
Where are my tokens?
Zemyati are OP, man.
Good
combat.
If only they were every bit the Zemyati, I get a lot more things, but such is life.
There they are. 1 second, I'm making a clock here. Part 1 and part 2. All right, so a 6 at that. So a 6. That's 3 ticks. And the Dame Lewis Muradin takes no ill effect. And you do it too, don't you, Spy or Adorna? And you would be doing, I think, 4 ticks.
4 ticks.
I can't do 12, so I have an 8 and a 4 o'clock here. However, this is desperate. So, as he begins to fire, 3 rookies die.
Bye, Steve.
Unless Adorna is going to resist. Adorna also is going to take level 3 harm as he starts to shoot. And he's holding his rifle. As you start to shoot, all of you start to unload. He pulls up. He's like, he's got like a laser vision. It's like RoboCop here. Pow, right? He fires off a couple right across the room and just yeah, they get taken. Now, Adorna, it's up to you. You can only do so much here. You've already done great damage to this thing. You will take level 3 harm, which is shot. And
is there a way to reduce that, like resist it, or?
oh yes, you would take a prowess check to reduce it by 1, which means you're risking your stress, right? And then if you have armor,
I don't.
then that's about it. Unless someone steps in and does a defend action or takes it for you, and then on top of that, you would have to do another resist roll to try to get the rookies down to only 2 dying. Wait, is it 2 or is it everybody? How do we play that? I think it's gonna be just getting it down 1. Yep.
Now, Adorna, remember you can spend aim to also increase the level of effect of a shot. Just in hindsight, that would
See,
cool.
I didn't know that. Otherwise, I would have done. Otherwise, I probably would have done that. Yeah.
If you're still alive after this, you could do that next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't plan on being alive after that.
Ooh, is this for yourself or for the rookies?
This is for myself.
Okay.
Suffer 6 stress minus the highest number.
So,
I clear a stress.
No, that's on a crit. You need 2 6s.
yep. So you just don't take any stress, and you take a level 2 harm shot.
Pog.
Yeah, plugged.
Right.
Are you doing? Are you?
And then,
oh, go ahead.
and then for the rookies,
Okay, you take 1 stress and 2 die.
So, retroactively, just looking at Adorna's sheet, sharpshooter can push themselves to unleash a barrage of rapid fire to suppress an enemy.
I was thinking of doing that, but I wasn't quite sure if it would have been worth it. If there was the possibility to kill him in 1 shot, then I thought there's that chance. But hindsight being what it is, probably should have.
Well, you wouldn't be doing any damage, right? You would just be making sure he's not shooting back while your rookies were doing the shooting, which you can do next time here.
Okay.
But it's not so much a damaging shot as to. Go ahead.
Can't really push yourself anymore with 4 stress.
Yeah, you technically could take the next 2, but once you get your 7th one, that's when you take that trauma. So, who dies? I guess it's gonna have to be Meldra
Steve.
and Leo.
I'll volunteer Steve.
Oh, snap. No way.
Steve was a scumbag, dude. He can die.
Okay.
I hated Steve.
I'm going to move him to the bottom of the list here, just so I know. And then, who else, Marshall?
All my homies hate Steve.
Yeah, Meldra Daka.
Okay. So fast as lightning, he comes up and he shoots Adorna as he's getting shot. And then Dame is shooting him, and he's like, pow, pow, and 2 rookies' heads just explode. And let me ask you guys a question. Does the Legion have dog tags or any similar thing that goes, hey, this is my marking as a Legionnaire? Is that something, or is that not something? What do you guys think?
I think it's on their pistol. Everybody gets a standard issue pistol, right? Everybody
Rookies get
engraves
muskets.
Muskets. They engrave their initials on it.
Okay. Okay.
Many muskets have multiple initials.
As he's shooting at you, or it's shooting at you, and just boom, 2 rookies go down. It dodges to the side, and its trench coat comes open. You can see all the clockwork on its body, and as it's jumping and rolling to the side to come up and shoot again, it's winding itself with that brass key in its chest. It's like, and it comes up, and its right leg opens up, kind of like, I think like RoboCop where his pistol is. Its right leg opens up, and the pistol, or the rifle it has, he breaks it, all in a fluid movement, he breaks it down in half, and 1 half goes into his thigh and 1 half goes into his shin, and his leg closes up, engulfing the rifle. And as he comes up, standing again, out from like his arms, bust out a revolver Not just a black pistol rifle, but like a revolver, suddenly in each hand. And he's up, and he comes up like this, and now he's about to start unloading with 2 6-shooters. As he comes up, though, his trench coat opens a little bit, and you see he's got a chain attached to like his hip. And there's all these like long metal pieces that are hanging off there. There's like 20 of them, 30, maybe 40. And maybe someone catches sight just real briefly, and you notice that they're all cut from muskets. And they all have names of different Legionnaires on them. And so you're like, oh, whoever sees this, like, this guy's a Legionnaire killer. He's Legionnaire's
he needs to die.
He's Legionnaire's disease. No, that's not his name. Sorry. Don't say that, Lucas. Anyways, so Meldra and Steve fall. The other 3 rookies and Adorna pop up, and she's been shot. You guys are up. What do you do now?
So what is it?
I feel like Beleg's got
Grinning.
I feel like Beleg can't enter for at least another full round action here.
Yeah.
What do you think? Unless you want to make a roll to see if he can maneuver up real fast and get in the fight.
Can I take my 7-foot-long maul, slam it into the ground, and use it to like pole vault and propel myself towards the mouth of the cave?
Don't you when you pole vault, you put it down, you jump, and you leave the pole behind?
Well, I'm swinging it up behind me. The momentum, you know, it's centrifugal force.
Oh my gosh, right.
Centrifugal force.
I still feel like we need some type of maneuver check to get you here.
Absolutely.
I will say it's risky standard.
So, I don't know how this move works. I've never used it before. War Machine. I can push myself to do one of the following, and I would be interested in performing a feat of physical force that verges on superhuman.
Maybe
So
like
it counts as a push, so you're going to use your stress just like you would normally push.
2 stress.
And then you can do that action where
I feel
you
like
can choose either activate the ability, normal benefits of pushing, +1 dice, +1 effect, etc. In addition to the special part of the superhuman feat stuff.
I feel like I would forego the maneuver roll and just allow you to be there, because you just start moving super fast and just hustle. But
He Kool-Aid Man.
Okay.
He using his maul, he jumps, he slams his thing, the wall breaks, and he just smashes into the scene, Kool-Aid Man style.
oh yeah, I mean, what else are you interested?
Yeah.
What else are you interested in performing? Are you interested in having like an upgrade for a roll? Like, you tell me.
If I roll for it, could I vault myself forward, land both feet against like the mouth of this cave, bound off, and like superhero land in between the rest of the squad and whatever this clockwork
Oh
is?
yes, you can. Is that a maneuver you still think? I feel like maybe it is.
Yes.
So you're gonna push yourself, take 2 stress.
I get a bonus die.
Yep. So I already said it's
Devil's bargain.
I'm gonna say that the
You can't do both if you're pushing yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
do
Yeah,
both.
you're
Okay,
right. Yep,
understandable.
Ooh, yeah. There is. You can get I don't think anyone can assist you. I don't feel like here.
Is this actively acting against this enemy? Like if I mess up, am I?
He's got revolvers he just brought down and is about to start firing.
Yep.
You're going to be pincushioned. Yes. This is a lieutenant. This is a threat 4 opponent. Just so you guys know. That's why he's so
I'm in.
nasty.
I'm going for it. I'm going for it.
Technically, probably should have killed more, but you know what? Whatever. So this is a maneuver, risky standard. You got the extra dice. He pushes himself to become the war machine. This is what Beleg is made for,
Yes.
right?
I hear gunshots. There's battle going on, and I'm not a part of it. I'm about to fix that right here,
Right now.
in right now. And here it is. There it is.
What is up with these?
Thank goodness you didn't have a 0 in that or something where you had to roll your lowest, huh?
Oh my goodness.
What a rush.
Oh my goodness. Oh man. So he hustles. He sees that little bridge. He just kind of like uses it. Maybe it's springy. Maybe you jump in the middle of that bridge and you just leap yourself into the air, come down, tuck and roll in the cave, jump over the sniper, and you just land like, yeah, cool Superman style right in the middle of the floor.
Yeah, my big tower shield, like, just like instant wall between, you know, the enemy and the squad and myself.
Ah, yes. Yep. This is where your anchor will come in. Probably pretty handy in just a second here. All right, so now Soundwaves, you are the single rookie group roller if it comes to group action, unless you are acting independently. Obviously, they will.
Now I can do that because I also get a +1 for that roll.
Okay, nice work, Dom. And then Dom's got Belig, you got Adorna, and I don't know if you need to play Petrovich right now there, Charles, unless you want to.
Right. What I was actually going to have Petrovich do is,
Okay.
the man is training to become a medic. So, for some reason, he does some medical roles. So how would medical roles work?
Fortunately, there aren't.
Not really. If you are a medic, you have or first aid
Medics.
kit, you can try to like, I think reduce a wound or something. Boy, I don't even really think so. Really.
I don't remember it.
I mean, the rookies are
It's been
dead.
so long.
The doctor, the specialist for doctor for the medic was allow you to ignore wound penalties during the scene. That was pretty much it. You could remove level 1 harms if you had the right abilities, field dressings. I don't even remember what the medic kit was a special armor against disease and wound complications. So even that's wouldn't be useful here if they had a
It's a
medic
bit
kit.
shit. It's a
I
bit
mean, it
shit.
could be
Are you,
flavor.
are you trying to help Adorna out in the moment?
Yes.
I feel like, I mean, that would be extremely risky, but you might be able, I would say maybe you could reduce her harm by a level for now.
I would argue that we have He-Man, you know, big Kool-Aid man has jumped, tower shield in front, him being the guy that they're going to shoot at. Would still be risky, but maybe not as risky, but yeah. Anyway, so what would our boy Petrov be doing, rolling to do to help him?
Jeez, I don't even know.
Let me look at the regular medic kit real quick, see what it says.
Maybe he is, since he's trying to learn, you know, he'd be researching how to best fix a bullet wound on our sniper friend, I'd argue, perhaps.
Medic.
It's your call what you roll you want to use, and I'd say that that's probably pretty hunky-dory. I was going to tell you
Okay.
also... Oh, go ahead.
So the way I'm reading the regular medic kit, it's got 3 uses, and you spend it for special armor against disease and wound complications. So what I would assume then, if you're having someone else use it on it, you get to ignore your complication for that roll. Like it's almost like a group action, but instead you're having them roll to make sure it works, like a fortune roll or something, since they don't have
Okay.
a doctor, obviously.
Well,
And then if it works, then you ignore for that next roll you make, like a setup, you know, kind of like a setup / help, and then ignore their wound complication for that roll.
you don't think it would be like the -1 die that she'd get right now? Maybe
That's what I mean. That's the
Okay.
complication. The complication of the harm is the -1 die.
Yeah. If,
And that would be like 1 special armor tick, basically, aka a use away. You know, like for 1 scene or 1 roll, she would get a normal roll, but the next roll she'd do again. Like if Adorna took another turn right after that, they'd have to keep repeating that process to keep the negative away. That would be my take.
Okay. That's 3 uses, so...
Diminishing return.
Okay. He uses his first use of the medic kit, trying to sort of just trying and failing to doing the basic first aid, sort of packing the wound, trying to sort of make sure that she doesn't bleed out on him. Very, very panicked. Looking over to see the one guy who was maybe not close to, the dickhead tried to steal his knife, have his head blown off. Looking
Steve.
over, seeing another friend he'd made. head blown. Like, no, gotta keep going, keep trying to pack the wound. And that is his turn.
Triage.
Triage, yeah.
All right, risky standard to have it so she can ignore that 1 die penalty for this next round. Probably important.
I'd say. Any devil's bargains or?
The scaffolding is complete, and soon you'll be joined by other undead. Another one is that all the gunfire starts to upset the balance within this room, and chips and pieces begin to fall out of the ceiling, kind of like the last mission, where the statue might start to crumble.
What was this mission again? What was the end objective?
That purple flame that's in the middle of this room, it's probably that. It's the only thing in this room.
Besides clockwork, dude.
Yes.
That sounds like
Two
optimal.
corpses.
This thing made it.
Because if it's
I mean, he's here. He
That's
could. You think he could have just taken this fire or done whatever you're supposed to do with it, but it's been here waiting for its crew to get here. Just waiting and guarding this thing. Obviously, you walk in, there he
Right.
is.
we'll have the building start to collapse
All right.
bit by bit.
All right. I have a clock for that already going. So, boom, two
An
on
additional
that.
dice.
Yep. Oh, that's a fail, sir. That is a fail. Ooh, Petrovic.
I misnuck it. I misnuck it. I really do.
Petrovic goes and runs in, pull out the med kit, going to patch her up, and the revolvers come down, his belly starts, but then he's like, with a bullet going clean through. Now, scale 1 to 1. You're a higher scale, so that's 1 off. 4, 5. So it's a level 6. Down 1. It's a level 5 harm, which is death. Does he
This is
have?
a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and rookie without any load but normal doesn't have armor.
He has a normal load.
There's no
so
more load.
He could roll it down to a 4, which is also death.
And then do a resistance roll to get to level 3.
That's what I'm saying. To get it to 4, he has to do the resistance roll.
Yep. I don't know. Does he have armor?
No,
No, you have
because
to be
they're
heavy
normal
for
load.
armor.
Oh, yeah. So,
Rookies aren't trusted with armor.
I can spend an anchor as a special armor against consequences to the squad, even
Yes.
when not involved in the roll.
there you go.
Mhm.
You can
So
spend.
you can do that to knock
does
it down
that
to
wipe
4.
things out, or does that just bring it down to a 4? And he's still got to resist.
When your mission spend use fights a small grouping of groups. That's what. Wait, what's it say for anchor? Where does it say that?
Oh, this is bulwark. I'm sorry,
Oh.
bulwark, which I also
Against
have. I can spend an anchor as special. Yeah.
Even though you protect the squad as a whole, but not yourself. Anchor uses are restored when you select your load. So it would count as if they use special armor. So they would,
It'd be a tick.
it'd
Can
be
I
just a
watch
tick.
him? Can I watch him resist first?
Yeah,
I know that's cheese, but
yeah.
That is cheese. Come on, man.
I would say you're gonna resist with insight.
All right.
I mean, you still resist. I mean, even if you get,
Yeah,
even if
unless
you
you
roll
try
a 1,
them
you're
out.
still not gonna stress out and die. So you might want to try that. This is okay. So you take 1 stress. Oh, I was gonna tell you, Dame. I think you get 7 pips in the build, so you need to add 3 more pips somewhere in your build.
Oh, you're right. I do.
Yep.
I
So
was just using the starter thing.
Yeah.
And didn't finish it.
I meant to tell you a minute ago, then I forgot. Okay, so that's a level 4 harm as you resist, and that bullet comes in, and then
I'll give him an armor.
so that bullet goes, and I managed to deflect it with your shield a little bit, but it still is so well shot that it rips through like one of his shoulders, still giving him I've been shot. Nice. A level 3 harm. And you fall and collapse kind of at Adorna's feet, but you are not able to. It's a failed roll, so you're not able to bandage her yet. But you are at her feet,
Still alive, technically.
and still can do it as another action. This is rough, tough, and that purple flame sits there now. As the gunshot goes and this blood comes out, some of the fire just kind of goes. It flames up like oxygen's been added to it, and this indigo flame goes red. and then it goes back to indigo. Then it goes blue, and then it goes back to indigo. And you guys, when it goes red, the Clockwork Assassin like looks at it for a second. And when it goes blue, it draws all of your attention to it for just a moment. Kind of calls to you, like the One Ring of Power. Because it is power. And then you're like, whoa, you got to shake it off and get back into the battle. Bellig probably really likes it. But anyway, I can't assume. I'm not playing him.
Bellig, you know, like behind his tall tower shield, will like look back at the 2 dead Legionnaires and the 1 critically injured. And he'll stand up, drop his shield by his side, and just stare at this clockwork machination across from him. They'll say, "You've killed your last Legionnaire."
You've used your last harm, partner.
And I'll lift up my 7-foot-long marble maul. I'll point it out and I'll say, "Now is your turn."
You're really not taking your shield?
He used the shield, didn't he? Oh, no. Oh, no, he didn't.
No, I don't think he actually has a shield because...
I actually don't. It's just flavor.
Yeah,
I think,
sure.
more than anything.
Yeah, no,
Well,
that's
you
fine.
picked it. You picked fine heavy weapon.
Yeah, no, that's
and
fine.
shield was a
Yeah.
choice.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt and be a downer there. I was just like, wait, what? Okay, don't lose your shield. Oh, you never had it. It's flavor. Okay, so what are you doing? Are you skirmishing? What are you doing?
I'll charge forth, my maul like reared back, and I'm just going to swing down like sideways across this thing in a big cleaving motion. It can't dive in any direction to escape my wrath. At least that's my plan.
All right. This is really a really deadly fight here. This is going to be desperate.
Dame will assist as well
So
with her musket.
I'm putting it right at desperate standard. You're gonna have to work it up.
What does reducing the threat I'm facing do? Does that give me more damage, or does that just lessen the risk?
Lessen the risk.
Yeah, because
If
it's a threat.
If it's not too high above you, it could bring it down to level to you.
You're at,
But if it's too high, then it's still going to be.
Does it outscale me?
no.
Okay.
Your scale 1 to
Scale
1.
with size.
But
Yeah.
your threat is 2. Its threat is 4, so it's gonna do 2 damage to you if you don't hit a 6. Plus it's desperate, so you're sitting at a level 5 harm right now.
Ah.
Oh, no big deal, right? But now, if you were to spend your other anchor,
That would bring you up.
yeah, right. Anchor would make you a small group, so that would up your scale against it, which would make you a little more damaging. And if you push yourself, let's say with War Machine, you can reduce the threat of the enemy by 1 again and bring him down a little bit. Right? And these are just ideas if you want to put them all into motion. But you don't have to do any of that. You can just
So
go right
again, reducing his threat just reduces the risk to me. It doesn't put me in a better position to attack him.
Correct.
So I'm not interested in that. I'm gonna knock this. I'm clobbering this guy.
All right. So we're desperate standard right now.
I'm not going to push myself.
Okay.
Instead, I'm going to spend an anchor to up my threat.
Yep.
Up my threat, and make myself a small group. But I have a small group behind me, so that makes me something else, right?
Well, we're not all going to be involved, unfortunately, in this particular moment. I am. I'm giving you an assistance.
Which is +1.
Most of the group is gone. It's like 3.
I mean,
3
Adorna's
people
got
plus a
some
dead
black
guy.
shot back there, right?
But she's in.
Yes.
I know. Yeah.
DS.
So you get a +1 die for the group action.
That crimson shot looking real nice about now, isn't it?
I reread it. I actually can't take Crimson Shot. It's a separate thing that it's a separate special ability. You're authorized to bring one Crimson Seeker shell on mission. But essentially, you trauma for it, and that's very stinky.
Yeah, it's okay. So you're sitting at desperate standard.
Could I do like a tiny little flashback and motion for like Adorna to just grab the flame and run?
You can do that, yeah. Now, I mean,
okay, yeah, like right before I dropped the shield and made my threat. I'm like, I want her to grab that pedestal and
I
get
would
out.
argue instead not for Adorna to do it because specialists get big bada boom explosions and all that. But instead, we still have Leo Don. I can't say that word. Somebody else say the word. But Leo is still alive. He could grab the flame and do it, or
Leo or
someone
Dame or
else.
Petrov. Only the top three.
Yeah.
Its bottom two are the ones that are dead.
Yeah.
All three. Well, no, not Dame, who's assisting me.
Sure.
The two other
Petrov
rookies.
and Leo flashback. They've been told that they're gonna grab the flame and run when the moment gets bad enough. So, Petrov being very wounded, realizes this moment, this is his time. He's gonna do it. He's gonna be a hero. He's gonna run out with it with Leo, helping him along, hobbling along.
Okay.
How much stress would that be for Dominic to take?
No. No. You just get that thing, get out of here. It's fine. Yeah, I'm not throwing any stress here. This is already tough enough.
Okay, so we're sitting at desperate and what?
Standard.
Standard. What would the devil's bargain be? What could you offer me?
The ceiling collapses.
That's a good thing.
Maybe it collapses on you.
Well, I think it would collapse on the entrance, making it hard to get out. Or other undead join the fight. Or something mysterious happens.
I'm not interested in any of those. I can't trade position because I'm already desperate. So I charge forth valiantly.
So you get an extra die from Dame, which is 1 stress only for Dame, right? Not 2. Okay. So you're doing skirmish.
Yep.
Let me just make sure. So you're just spending your second anchor, right?
Yep.
Despite a small group, which means your scale is up on it 1, which that'll give you an extra die. So I'll put you at 3. Not extra die. It'll just give you like an extra effect, but you don't have to mark that.
Yeah.
Would Adorna be able to assist with this?
Good. It's just a stress.
Yep.
I'll do that then.
So it's 2 extra die, desperate, standard, but an extra level of effect will be tacked onto that if you're successful. So you can do up to 3 damage here, which will bring it close to killing it.
2 bonus die.
Yeah, 1 from each of them. Oh, Adorna, she's spending a lot of stress here, but that makes sense. She's the leader.
Okay.
She being Russian Grammy wants to see all of her little grandchildren survive, and she has failed, so is very stressed as of the moment.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go.
And so the die are cast.
Oh, that's almost
That probably-
horrible roll.
Come on,
I mean,
man.
aren't you glad that she assisted you regardless?
I am glad that I
Wow.
didn't roll a triple 1.
So that's a 5. So the success factor is... All right, so... That... Dom had to walk away.
I was closing it.
You go and you smash into this thing, but as you do it, it just goes and just unleashes a barrage of bullets right through your midsection. But you are fighting, so your scale is up on it, giving you extra effect, right? But it is you are threat, so it's 2 extra. So yeah, that would be
Now, upping my threat also reduces the damage it does to me, right?
upping your threat helps you do more damage to
'Cause
it.
But a 4 to
Basically,
3
you just-
does less
it's
than a
like-
4 to 2.
Your
Or am I-
threat
am I-
didn't go up though. Just your scale did.
Oh.
Your scale did.
Okay, my bad.
Yep.
Just separate.
Sorry.
So that's a 2. Let me make sure I got this right. 2, and it was a desperate, so that'd be level 5 harm.
Wait, hold on. What kind of weapon do you have?
I have a maul.
What?
Is it a fine weapon?
Oh, it's a
though,
fine
or-
weapon.
It does
fine
two.
weapon.
It counts as 2 threat by itself. The
Yeah,
weapon does.
that's what makes the specialists threat 2. Oop.
But it's a fine, heavy weapon.
Yep.
Does that do anything?
No. You just.
It's a fine
That's
armor.
why specialists are threat 2 on their own,
Okay.
and rookies are threat 1. Your scale is all 1 and 1, but your group makes you scale 2 if you were fighting as a group right there, and then you did that thing to make you up to a scale 3, you would up even 1 more damage, but that's fine. You got assists to help you make a successful roll. So you have a special. You're at level 5. If you burn both armors, it brings you to a level 3, and you could resist down to a 2.
I'm sorry. What's the difference between fine armor and fitted heavy plate? Is there
Hold
a
on, let me
difference?
see.
I think the
Fitted heavy plate replaces
yeah.
your armor. Signature armor customized counts as fine. Grants 2 armor, so you can use it twice.
Yep.
Fine armor provides 1 armor against final attacks, and it's customized for you.
Okay. So it really okay.
Fitted's better.
So you could take that 5 down to a 3, just like that,
And then I can also resist.
down to a 2.
Down more. Yep.
I'll do such.
You guys just got to get basically 1 more hit on this guy, and you can take him
And
down.
Dame's going to take a shot too. So once he's done his resist.
Oh man, we're past time a little. Oh man, I don't want to quit now. Do you think we should resolve this fight, guys? Do you guys want to resolve this fight? I'll stay if you do.
I'm down to resolve the fight.
I'm good. either.
I mean, I'm good to continue until just the end of the fight, and then we can make our excuses then. But we're so close to it. He's pretty much dead.
I need you to make a resistance roll there. Prowess resist.
That's a crit.
You clear a stress. It feels good to get shot through the chest.
I didn't die. I feel so.
It's
relieved.
the adrenaline pumping through me. The absolute vindication, the absolution.
Well, that's the adrenaline plus.
I
the
think it
bullets
fires
running through you.
into you with these revolvers that are attached to its arms. That you smash into it. I think you smash the revolvers to pieces, and they're just broken. And you clobber into its shoulder, and then you smash it right in the chest where the key is, bending the key, and it just jumps back and looks, and it's just like can't crank the key like it wants to, and it looks up at you in silence. It's a crow, right? Like it doesn't have, like I said, that plague mask. It has long brimmed hat, like a western, like a cowboy. The goggles, like this masking covering, and then it has its 2 hands, right? And suddenly, his fingers go together like this, and they go to points, and the clothing like rips away, and his arms reform, and suddenly his regular arms are now like these 2 large sharpened blades. So the rifle's been put away, the revolver's just smashed, and it's now melee. It's just like, and it's just ready. And then now Dame's about to take a shot, right? Who goes for the flame? You said 2 of them did?
Petrovich is taking it, and then the other one that didn't die is also grabbing it.
Well, Petrov is the one that didn't die. Everybody else is dead.
No, there was one guy. There was Leo as well who didn't die. Leo and Petrovich
So which one takes
are the
the
2
flame?
that aren't you?
Which one? Because this
Probably Leo, since he can actually move without stress.
And without help. Yeah.
Yeah,
that makes it so much not fun. No one's in control of this character. All right. So Leo's like, "Oh, how do we grab this thing? How do we grab it?" And he's just like, because the statue's sitting like this, and then the flame's up here. It's purple, like it's indigo. Right? He's like, and he just kind of reaches the flame, and he like touches it, and he's just like, and he sets on fire. He's all indigo fire.
Purple.
And he's just burned like a human torch, and then it just kind of all goes up, and suddenly he has this blue flame, not purple, it's now blue flame, flickering and hovering over his head, and his eyes are just like dinner plates. He's just like, "Oh, Petra, I see him, I see him. And he whispers to you almost like a loud whisper, and he's like, I see the Cinder King. And the Cinder King sees me. And that's where we're going to leave it for tonight.
Okay. How very scary.
Been better if it's one of you guys. Someone's going to need to play Leo. Now, that should be the end. But Dame, do you want to take a shot and see if you can end this fight? You look like you're itching to take a shot.
Please get a roll in.
All right. I'm not going to...
I want to assist.
You will or won't?
I will.
Okay.
Now let's throw an
if
extra
we-
die.
That's
If we could
extra die.
flavor this, could I like run up and like grab him by the wrists, this dude, and like wrestle him to where like his back is turned to Dame and try to give Dame a shot?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna push. So
Dame's going to get 2 extra dice. So shoot. This is going to be Desperate Standard,
desperate standard.
which is all you need. Same as the
All I
rule
need.
4.
So that's a tick in prowess.
Yeah, make sure you guys are getting your Desperate XP marked.
Standard. 2 bonus dice. Let's let the devil in the details.
Ooh. It's a success.
Yep,
It's
that's
2
all I
ticks. It's all you needed.
Did a rookie just kill a lieutenant?
I think so. You decide, and then suddenly the bullet just goes right through the head. The hat is shattered. The head just, and this
So-
clockwork machination just starts to like it's flailing these blades, and it's trying, and it just gets slower, like a clock slowing down, and it drops. But that is a 5. There is a consequence here.
Mm-hmm.
The consequence is, man, I don't know. I don't necessarily want it to be damaged because it doesn't make sense.
Think on
for
it
that.
then.
Huh?
Think on it. Think on it. Make it bigger. You're thinking too small. Call
Make
the
it-
session here.
Okay.
Make that consequence
Oh,
more lasting. We just glimpsed the Cinder King.
yeah.
You got a huge palette to choose from.
All right. I like the way you think. Let's do it.
Soundwaves doesn't.
Well, he just jumped in, took a rookie, and killed a lieutenant. I mean, that's big. That's big game right there. And you had to lose 2 rookies and have a couple people critically injured to do it.
Yep,
This could
there's
weigh
a-
on Adorna. This could weigh on Bellig. Adorna's
Yep,
the leader.
There's another
Bellig's the-
new Legion story the
Yep.
next time it rolls around to Lorekeeper.
Yep. And most likely you guys will have Shreya leveling up. Oh, it's all good stuff.
Great. Don't we love Shreya?
Yes.
Aren't we so happy that Shreya is leveling up?
Well, it does give you some pretty awesome benefits. Actually, you guys are going to be the ones that choose it. I usually get to, but you can look at Shreya's sheet and go, this one looks cool. So that's going to be up for you guys to decide over the next 2 weeks what ability you would like her to level up in. My name is Lucas. This is Lucas G Variety. Thank you for another viewer. Have this too, Kitten Rescue Lurks and Mr. Grumpets for joining us for this session. It was a good one. Thank you for being a part of it. Dan's got all kinds of stuff back there. We're going to do some quick shout-outs because we are over on time. But this has been a pretty, I think, exciting episode of Band of Blades. Get ahead of the competition. It's been kind of deadly. I've been wanting to use a lieutenant for a while, and I thought, well, let's throw one in. And we'll catch Dan and Haruka up on all the extra stuff from the beginning of the mist next time. So, we'll come back Sunday. Well, Dom will plug that. And then next week, Tuesday, for our brand new Gaming Galamafri Tuesday event as we do all these short run games. Coming back into Tremoline, the Sea of the Stars, our sci-fi game. With, well, Dom and Soundwave's Ghost, Star Holler, my friend Nathan, and myself. Us four together. I am excited for this group as we are mercenaries aboard a ship in space. 2 to 3 sessions, not big, fun and goofy, simple system. And Mecha Meme, one of our Robotech players, is going to be our GM. So that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to pass it over to User real quick. Let's just do some quick round robins and then we'll get out of here. User?
As with every week, I don't really tend to have anything for the shout show, so I will move it on to whoever is next in the line. I think Dom will be the next person to go.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Dom. I run Dom's Dungeon Tavern on Discord. You can check us out also on Twitter to find a link there. I'll post a link also in the Twitch chat as well. It's where I run all of our one-shots and campaigns ongoing, run by yours truly, of course. Next week is spring break for me as I work in a high school, and so I plan on running 2 or 3 different one-shots. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm trying to tie them together. That sounds interesting. Definitely join up and see if you can get in one of those games. The times line up. Sunday. Be there or be square. The Roman Chirusco. Monster of the Week set in 19th century Rome. It's a ton of fun. We just had session 1 last week, and session 2 is coming up, and it's already shaping up to be a ton of fun. It's run by Francesco, who is actually a Roman himself. So straight from the mouth of the beast, if you will. Definitely check that out if you want kind of spooky with a little bit of goofy kind of atmosphere. With you might even learn something along the way. A lot of the figures are actual historical figures, as we explored Beatrice Cenci last week and the dark history of the Cenci family in Rome. If that sounds interesting, definitely check it out. Otherwise, I'll pass it right on down to Soundwaves.
Hey, Soundwaves Ghost. I play and run stuff here on alternately Tuesdays and Thursdays, depends on the schedule. Working on a couple things. The next thing after Tremere, that's going to start next after this coming Tuesday. After that one's done, we're going to do Escape from Dino Island, which is another Powered by the Apocalypse themed. Yeah, it's not 100% Powered by the Apocalypse. Like most of them are starting to blend into their own unique soups. But it's a very interesting system. And as I was teasing, I've got multiple other games I'm in the works for now. Looks like Fallout will be the next big one. And then we'll work on getting Aliens some towards probably their fall, because they have released the PDFs for the latest of the cinematics for that system. And it's looking pretty sweet. It's just as big as the other ones, but instead of marine based, this one is actually normal people based, which makes it even more deadly, most likely, when time comes to get hurt.
Yep.
But I'm willing to let my players die again, so we're gonna see about that. Like I said, Fallout, we got Alien, and I'm working on getting the Power Rangers stuff figured out, so that way I can start getting an idea for that, because that's very much a Monster of the Week type of universe. But so that's part's easy, but I need to be able to make the monsters this week in the first place. That's my hang up right now, is they're working on that, get that figured out. G.I. Joe is also on the list. The Power Rangers, because they use the same base system, kind of like call it Essence D20. That one is very much easier, because unlike a Monster of the Week game where you have to make up a new monster, G.I. Joe always fights Cobra. Just what is Cobra doing? How do you get there? That's the fun part. It's not the actual fight that's usually the actual unique part. Shoot, bang, bang always happens the same, but how do you get to that moment is what's more fun for most people. But anyway, that's the one. And the third one coming in the second half of the year for that particular game company will be Transformers, which is my personal bread and butter I'm looking forward to.
Yep.
But anyway, that's it for me. As usual, thanks for letting me play. Thanks for running GM, and I'll see you guys next time.
All right. See you guys on Sunday. See Dom back with his friends. See you next Tuesday for our brand new game. Thank you for being here. Likes, follow, subscribe, throw some financial support this way. We always appreciate it. It goes right back to the channel. So until then, guys, have a good night. God bless and good gaming. We will see you next time.